Hello world. Today's update is going to be about buildings again. I tried to learn geometry nodes, but it is too complicated for me. So I just made these modules, little modules of buildings, and out of these modules I made several different these ones. I tried to make like buildings very quickly. Also, I wanted to make buildings ready, for the switch for inside Unreal Engine from daylight to night light. So it has to have double texture of some windows being lit and being unlit. And also I'm trying to add diversity of the design, like being able just let's say to easily and quickly like change colors, change change tone of the buildings very quickly, just by few clicks. So today, I was gonna maybe to make buildings, not buildings, just pieces of buildings, those facades, export them as is, and later to assemble buildings within Unreal. But most likely I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna just assemble them here and turn them into like a one building, and just export them as a one single piece, one single building. I think it should be easier. I don't know for sure. That's the thing with these things. Nobody knows for sure. Everything is changing very, very quickly. It's difficult to keep up. So this is gonna be one building. This is going to be another. Is some smaller one. And maybe I should have done one module without a door entrance. Well, I'm gonna do it very quickly, just to show that it is relatively easy. At least should be relatively easy. I forgot to turn on the screencast key. I apologize. Okay. It is struggling a little bit, my computer, because I'm recording it at the same time with a high quality, and I have Unreal open and Blender open at the same time, so those are, how to say it correctly, they're eating up all the performance power of my not very strong computer. Okay. Here I have a module without a door entrance, because maybe I would want it to make some variations of the building, like with some parts of it, on top of each other, to make it like a higher, like in more sophisticated design, different design, not just a box, like, you know what I'm saying. So basically, look, with this type of modules, it's relatively quickly to get the design of the buildings the way I want it. Also, well, it does require a little bit more work than like with the geometry nodes. If you know what you're doing, this type of things could be done extremely easy. But you have to have programmer's brain, really mathematical oriented, very logical, very. Did you hear it? Some cats fighting outside. That was unexpected. What was I talking about? Yes, in order to deal with geometry nodes, you have to have very good mathematical brains. So I don't have those, and I try to simplify everything as much as I can, so my brain is understand what to do. Okay, we have thin building, a little bit shorter, and the tall building. Let's make another really thin one. Just very quickly out of the modules. Okay, a very thin building. And on there, and but probably you have you noticed what's wrong with it right now? The windows are similar, very similar to each other, like they are repeated, and repeated not only like one side of the building and another side of the building, but also like let's see, like same building, this frontal piece and side piece also kind of repeated, and it's no good. The pattern of the windows that doesn't match. So to match it, to make it match, what I do, I just join the whole thing together. Well, not what I was gonna say, not matching, to randomize it, to make it look more realistic. Just for a second. Oh, like I detach kind of forgot how to do it. Yeah, P. Separate geometry by materials. Now I just hide temporarily the frame materials. Select the lit and unlit windows. Join them. Now it's a single piece of geometry, but it has two materials on it. I select all the windows and apply just single material. Maybe to be it more visible, to make it more visible, I will use lit windows. Now all windows are lit, and yeah, they're kind of still because they have similar UV map. They feel like repeated, but if you use the if I use the random selection, select random. No, first I have to unselect it. Select random, and to that random selection, because every time it's different, I apply unlit windows materials. That's weird. It didn't really work, did it? Something strange going on. That's weird. Maybe I accidentally duplicate them. Just try it one more time. Select random. Okay, this looks better. And then choose different material and assign. Now, like if you compare them side by side, these windows, even though they were this piece of this building and this building, they have very similar UV positions, but because I randomly selected and reassigned material of lit and unlit window position, they didn't feel repeated. you know, because lit windows, they are very noticeable. When it's a daytime and the windows are not lit, there is no lights in the windows, it's not that noticeable, but with lit windows it's very noticeable. So okay, now, and also like it's not repeated on the like side by side. Look here, for example, similar UV here and here, even though it's very same texture, because these windows unlit and these three of them, even four of them in a row lit, they feel more, it feel more natural. It does feel more natural. So I gotta do same thing with all the pieces, and let's see what happened. Okay, this is done. The one, okay, I'm going to rename them at the very end. In the very end, right now, what I have to do, I have to do same thing with this building. Here is actually probably I will just can leave it as is, because it is actually no, probably I will leave it as is because it's already look natural and there is no repeated sides of it, because here and here the building has different sides, different design, and this side and this side, they're like, you cannot see that it's repeated because nobody can see this side and this side from, like, you have to have eyes at the same time from here and from here to notice that it is similar. So just this one we're gonna keep it as is, just join it into and make it one single geometry piece. Okay, and now the big one. Okay, the bigger one, what should I do? I wanted to make I want to make really, because this building is not that tall, it's not that high. Oh, like, how to say it? And I want it to be like very, very tall, like a skyscraper. And but like it is a little bit difficult because it has entrance right here. It's not going to look natural, like if I for example wanted to make it add height on it, the like entrance cannot be here. So I will just duplicate it and just delete the maybe this piece, this area, but it's not finished because the back side of the building is still there. Okay, now if I move same thing, it does look much more natural. Maybe it would be even better, like let's say it, I don't even know how to say it correctly, like just a second, because these decorative parts, like they're supposed to be only on the first level and on the last level. It's like architecture law, or not law, the style. And when I try to attach it with these decorative parts on the middle, it's kind of breaking that law, and it doesn't look natural already. So like to make one more extremely high rise, like I don't know, like really tall skyscraper type of building, I just need to I just have to like make middle part separated completely. And I have to do a little fix again. Now I can fill it up, like the central part, as much as I want, hopefully. Oh, did I mess it up? Because look, when I'm trying to, I messed it up a little bit. Just to demonstrate what was going on, I will move slowly the whole building, and can you see that the UV is stay the same, and it's open up the UV parts, which like cannot be seen, should not be seen. So my phone is messing up the recording. Let me throw it away. So I will just leave it where it is and change the pivot differently, like this. Now what I just have to do is just maybe separate it, just let's say it, to keep everything like, I don't want to mess it up, the thing I'm building, so I'll just duplicate this building basically, and now I'll be messing with this one. Just what I was gonna do is just probably I can just, no, not remove, just separate this top part. Separate by selection this time, not by material, and change, maybe not change, add empty, parent this piece to this empty, and now when I select this empty piece and move it, whole top piece is moving. And same thing I gotta do right here, but here it's a little bit tricky because the line is like moved, the edge is going slightly upper where I need it to be, so I just move it, move it down. Now I can separate this geometry. Okay, and here I have to do the same thing, and again I have to move the line. If you are surprised why my UV is not moving and not stretching, it is because I check this box. If I uncheck it and if I try to move it, you see how UV is stretching. So if you don't want it stretched, check this box, but you really have to keep in mind that this thing is on and or it's off, because at some modeling and UV unwrapping modes you don't need it, like it's no good to use this technique. Okay. There, almost there. Okay, last touches, last pieces. Everything is moving except the roof. The roof. Maybe just to keep it simple, I just have to separate this roof to this side wall, because it's just, how to say, maybe it's not technically correct, but it just make it easier and like easy to understand. So I have to add loop cut. Now, since I added loop cut, I have to move it to a position to, okay, and now I can separate this top piece, like inner piece. It's not really visible except this little roof part. Maybe it's all not correct and wrong, but since I started to make it this way, it's just I'm going to continue to do it. It simplifies. It simplifies to a degree. Again, I don't have mathematical brains. To me, much easier just to do it as simple and understandable for me personally. The logic of everything. And logic tells me that that whole piece has to move as a one thing, even though I, like from beginning, I model it differently. So one more loop cut, or maybe I can just duplicate the existing and rotate them, but again, maybe this process is a little bit repeated, but at least my brain is not overloaded. Or it is because I'm just old, cannot keep up. In my opinion, everything is changing way too quickly, so I cannot even react in time. Okay, almost there. Now this top piece is moving freely, even though it's not separated object, it's a collection of different geometry pieces, but it is exactly what I need. Put this piece right here to make it look taller. Now I ran into a different problem, slightly different, but okay, I can duplicate only here, and because these side pieces are different, I have to just probably separate it, and that's it. Interior pieces trying to okay, I will add them too, because again, maybe technically it's not necessary, but logically I prefer it to be there. You know what I'm saying? So okay, make it taller. That's not gonna work. Here I have to do the same thing. Add a loop cut. move it to a point. If I only understand very well the geometry nodes, maybe that would be easier. But to set up those systems within geometry nodes, it is kinda challenging. Well, at least for me. And there are not that many tutorials actually on geometry nodes. There are not that many good tutorials. So here we go. We have one tall building, not super tall, and just to get even more diverse parts and pieces, maybe I'll just make slightly different type of building. With a different facade. What's the correct way to pronounce it? Yep. Okay. Okay. Probably this is enough for yeah, if I change colors on them, colors of details and windows, lighting schematics, not schematics, maybe it's gonna look more different later. Okay, again I have to make it just one singular piece of geometry. Now this is just a single piece of geometry. And this is 2. We have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. 5 buildings. Probably I will do this one just it's not really facade, just to see how it's gonna look like. I'm gonna do it. Not very good, but I kinda come up with a different idea. We'll just make one wide building. One wide building. Okay, and maybe I will, because the entrance now look weird, I will mirror it, and after I mirror it, because it now has negative scale number, I gotta fix it. Control A, scale, and now normals are flipped, but it's easy to fix. Select all polygons, Alt N, flip. Okay, we have one wide building. This side of it also. I'm gonna keep this one just for a side of it. Okay, this is probably already enough diversity, sort of. Roof pieces, I'm just planning to use the as a separate instant static meshes within Unreal. Okay, let's join them too. Why is a pivot in the wrong place? I prefer for of course I flipped it. I prefer pivots to be like on a corner. Maybe it's not wrong. Some people prefer it on the center, some people prefer it on the center of the geometry, which is, I don't know, not very useful in my opinion. But again, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Okay, now all our buildings are just separated static meshes basically. Now we can rename them. No, not it's too early to rename them properly. First we gotta fix the windows and the randomness, or a repeatable window pattern. Here it's not visible, but if, for example, this and this building, these two buildings going to stand next to each other like this, you can see that window pattern is repeated. Also is partially repeated with the top windows. It's maybe not that obvious, and it's very visible that it's repeated on the side. So I gotta fix it, and similar technique to fix this mirror, that this and this window are very like kind of mirrored on the center. So select all the polygons, P, separated by material, hide the materials of the frames. I have frame, I didn't really model it. I just kind of like make simplified model of the frame, rendered it, and now it looks like this. It's completely flat and it's just a single polygon. I don't know. It is used transparency, but not transparency as a glass. Transparency like masked transparency. So let's hide it for now. Select lit windows mesh, unlit windows mesh, join them together. Now from here select lit windows. No, select all and apply everything. Like every polygon is a lit window material now. And now so like in edit mode, deselect everything and reselect with a select random. Where is it? Oh, come on. And those selected random windows reapply unlit materials. So weird. Still looks very mirrored. Very mirrored. Okay, let's use different seed. Let's try to one more time, because every time you select random, every other time it does it differently. Reapply. Well, this one clearly less mirror. It does look clearly less mirror. And also it does same thing to like all the windows, to the all sides. Like here it's also differently selected. And oh, here is not noticeable. Here I didn't mirror. I mirror the whole thing only to get the entrance correctly. So okay, this one is I think completed. Now what left? Just 3 buildings. Very quickly I will do the same thing to all other left buildings. Deselect by materials, hide frame geometry, select lit windows, select unlit windows, join them to one geometry, select polygons, apply one material to them, deselect everything, reselect randomly, apply unlit, and okay, and select every object and rejoin it to one. Okay, here probably I'm gonna, oh no, it's also visible that here and here windows are lit repeatedly, so I'm gonna have to do all of them. Well, it's not taking too long, so select everything, P by material, hide oh, I forgot to look at everything. I forgot to rejoin the frames. on completed buildings. You gotta pay attention to these smaller things. Hide them temporarily, select this, select that, join, select all polygons, apply lit, deselect, select random, apply unlit. Now every windows on every other side is randomly, and my frames are hidden. Unhide them. Now Windows has frames, and I haven't joined this one. Weird. These kind of things constantly happen. Even like today when I was watching the tutorial, the guy in tutorial, he was missing little pieces, and he was doing mistakes during the video, during the recording, the mistakes which even I noticed, but these were smaller. But again, these things happen all the time, and it's just the person who doesn't make any mistakes, it's a person who does nothing. So it's good. Hide temporarily. Actually, what I was gonna do, I was gonna make one extremely tall building. Okay, I'll figure it out later. Let's fix this one. Select all, separate by material, hide frames, select this, select that, join, select all polygons, assign lit, deselect everything, reselect randomly, apply unlit, and unhide frames. And join into one. Okay. And let's make one extremely... Oh, come on. I thought I select everything. Okay. Let's make one extremely tall building, like a real skyscraper. Duplicate it. Select this. B, this time separated by selection. And move pivot here. What else? And select all this. Another separation by selection. And now we ran on a little problem. It's easy, fixable. Move it up. And extrude down. And separate by selection, and rejoin this piece to lower piece. Oh, now I can build extremely tall building. but probably it is too much. It is too much. And now again, this area and this area is repeated windows lit. Also on each side is the same thing. Like for example, these 3 lit windows and these 3 lit windows repeated. So to fix it one more time, I have to go through all this thing one more time. Select all polygons, separate by material, hide frames, select this, select that, join, select all polygons, assign lit windows, deselect everything, reselect randomly, assign unlit, unhide frame geometry, and rejoin this piece, and now the repeatedness is broken. Now it's very random from very first floor to very last, and sides also look differently. Like this side and this side, they are not repeated, even though they share very same UV mapping. Okay, I think I'm ready to export this to Unreal. Now I have to name them properly. Just temporarily hide this. And move all. I think I prepare the folder. Well, not really. Let's create new temporary folder. Temporary collection. Okay, now I can unhide everything, and this all pieces, these all modules, they are here, I think. Okay, yes. Hide all the collections which I don't really need. Okay, and now let's start it to export it to Unreal. For that, it has to be on the center. Every building has to be on a 0, 0, 0 location. Okay. Was it no, first one I was gonna export the tallest one. The tallest one, and I'm going to call it static mesh simple building 4A. Static mesh simple building 3A is not ready. D1 and D2, they already supposed to be there. It's for some reason it's lost its textures. It's weird. That is weird. Oh, because I renamed it, if I'm not mistaken. Because I renamed the textures. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Not that one. I think this one. Is it another miss? Okay. You have to be very careful with the naming of the files, because you cannot really rename it later. You're gonna run into things like that, into problems like that, if you renaming textures, renaming parts, renaming geometry. It is, again, I messed up. Come on. This one. This one. Okay, and this one also lost its textures. Okay, looks fine now. But I didn't really need to fix those because they're already in within Unreal. So, but I always was very unorganized person, and I had so many problems with that. So now I'm trying to fix myself. I'm trying to get rid of the bad habits of not doing the not just trying to be more organized, at least a little bit, because you need things, files, attributes and materials, everything to be organized. It has to have a name, and name has to what's the word for that? Has to represent what's in there. The object should match the name. If it's not matching, it is. I already have a building for a simple yes, because I already did export the simplified one. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay. That one was a smaller one, but I made within Unreal, like I just kit bash a little bigger building. Here, actually, here it is, right in front of us, and I cannot move nothing because everything is frozen. Come on, wake up. Come on, freaking hate it. Really, really, really frustrating. Again, it's stuck. I apologize for that. Come on, what? Even mouse disappear. Come on. Is it because of memory? Because it's really weird, glitch or not glitch. It's really work like, once my memory is not overheated, was overload. Like you need to restart the Windows because it's stopped working properly. Like it cannot kind of recover it. It's recover itself only on the next restart of the system. Come on. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Yep, it's really, really struggling. And when I see things like that, I just know I have to restart my machine. Come on. Okay, it's little by little recovering. Is it? No, it's stuck again. Come on, I didn't select it. Why you keep selecting objects? This one was kit bashed. Is building out of several. Oh, how slow it is! It's insane. It is insane. Even right here, you can see that the pattern, a repeated pattern of the lit windows, because it's basically one building. Can you see? Can you tell? Like here it's very same, like lights turned on a very specific windows. Repeated and no good. But now I don't really need all of them, and when I try to re-import it in the Unreal, come on, it's stuck again. Absolutely hate it. Probably it's easier to select it from here. Yeah, it's basically one building. This one. I made all of them from this one building. I thought it's gonna be enough, like I try to make it good looking and very even you get very close, it's realistic, the texture, everything. But later when I imported this object inside Unreal, I realized it's a little bit too small. It suits to smaller roads, not to highway. On the highway, on the side of the highway, really big buildings looks good. But okay, I don't have a choice. Now I have to just re-import and see what happened. Also, most likely I'm gonna have to add materials, some new materials, because this one has very few materials actually. The objects in Blender right now, I added the dark bricks and the new decor material. It's a renewed, and well, what else? I think that's it. Well, okay, let's re-import this one and let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully it won't die and it disappear. Actually it hadn't imported yet. No, it still looks like it's no, it's stuck. Nothing's working. How long actually I'm recording this one? Maybe it is because of a lot of recording. No, it's stuck completely. It's ruining my screencast. Yep. Nothing is going on. Nothing. Come on, please wake up. Yep. Great. It did open it. And it's much taller than previous building. So I can keep it really down. But now I have to add some materials which weren't there last time. Okay, for that I have to open it. The static mesh. Come on. My kind of long-term plans for this, I was gonna make a lower levels, like this level has most of the time it has those really big futuristic sci-fi-ish buildings all around, but I was gonna add real living quarters or something like that and add details to that area with a parking lots and really, let's see, well, basically I'm adding detailization maybe. Okay, instance materials, I think I added those. Let's highlight. Yeah, this is decor, and this is instance material of that decor. Oh, it's such another good way to apply it this way, because my computer is very slow. It's very easy to make a mistake and reapply it to the wrong place. We have the dark bricks. Come on. Yep, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Just select it here and add it like this. Okay, it's there. Yeah, this one is almost like a real skyscraper. High scraper. What's this material? Apparently it's a roof, or what's inside? Yeah, border of the roof. I think this one is why it does look very similar. Something is wrong. Okay, I'll figure it out later. Something is wrong. One material look kind of duplicated or wrongly duplicated. I don't know. Well, I'll fix it later, hopefully. Hopefully I fix it later. Okay. We have this building now. We have to import all the variations we made. All the variations. And where to place them. Okay, first Control B, and this way I know which folder it is. Let's save it before it died. And come on. It was kind of even saving a long time. It's a weird thing. Next building is going to be, because it's a similar style, they all going to be A. Create new collection. Now it's A, but 5A, 5th A. Move it to the center. Move it to this folder. Move that folder here to keep it organized. Name it same and name it mesh same. And export this one. File export FBX 5A. Simple building 5A. Some of the textures still look repeated, especially with the what's the word? I kind of forgot the word for this fabric thing. Come on, no, couldn't really remember. What's the word? What is the word? Come on. No. Okay. On a new imported geometry, it is always like you have to reapply all the materials. Maybe there is a way to automate this process, but I don't know how yet. come on again, it's dying. Won't try to import. Come on, work, freaking work. Why I cannot remember the name of the fabric which protect, interior from sun. I knew that word. Curtains. The way I remembered it, I was gonna say, I certainly know that word. I certainly knew that word. And when I remember certainly, I remember curtain. Okay. Now this is a less tall building. Let's open, and we're gonna have to reapply all the materials. When I'm not running so many programs, like right now, how to say it? When I'm recording, it messed it up. It angled it for some reason. When I'm not running so many programs at the same time, it's handling it much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no that much of lagging and how to say it correctly. It's struggling way less. Than now. And right now it's gray. Let's apply materials. First, okay, I know what it is. Bricks 173. Bricks 173. It's very similar to bricks 170. There has to be some difference. Something is wrong. There is a mistake. But right now I don't wanna even try to figure it out. What is this material? Oh, I didn't recognize it because right now this building is freaking it's nanite. It's messing up the geometry. Let's turn off nanite. Now it's how it should be, and before I forgot, let's add lots to it. It takes a little bit, it takes a while, but should not be too long. Probably depends on the like complexity of the model. I think I'm recording well over an hour. Let's check it if it hopefully yeah, hour and a half. Hour and a half I'm recording it. I didn't plan it to be that lengthy. Well, okay. Now I know what material. It's a dark bricks. Brick 172. Apply. And nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. Stuck. We should not. It used to work much easier. I mean, I didn't during applying in material instances. It did not take that long. Usually, something is just wrong again. Something is not right. Struggling way more than it should. And I did do very long, very long videos. One almost 3 hours. One was almost 3 hours. I mean, it should not be because of the recording, because of the screencast recording. But I'm sure it takes up a lot of performance. Come on, this is ridiculous. Applying materials takes so long. Really? I used to just drag and drop, but now it's kinda because I used to mess it up. Once I messed up kinda badly while dragging and dropping material. Since that I try not to do that. Oh my god, it's dying. It's absolutely dying. Also, maybe it's because I have to keep open this program, just to be able to record out of my microphone. Without it, it won't do it. And the weirdest thing, like, it's not like I have to re-render and kind of like join and connect this audio file as a separate file later on. No, I just use the recording, NVIDIA recording itself. It's just without turning this on and without turning this recording button, NVIDIA file, it does record, but only video without microphone. I mean, it records videos, like, for example, if I watch a movie or something on the background or listening a podcast, it records it, but not my voice. Weirdest thing. Okay, this one is frame. Okay, let's okay, this applied relatively fast. You see, the frame is already there. It didn't struggle. Something is really weird is going on. Maybe it's intelligence. Maybe it is because of the Russian intelligence. She keeps spying on me for some reason. It's stuck. This looks like the more complex geometry and the bigger it is struggling more with just applying freaking material. Just applying it takes a crazy amount of time. This one, oh, this square. Now I have to do another material because this has not only this type of frame but also the square frame. I have it on Blender, but I haven't I didn't do it in Unreal, so I have to probably can just duplicate this one and change the texture. Come on, this is absolutely ridiculous. I click and wait, click and wait. This one is a square. And what version it is, I have to check in square A. Square A. And here's square B1. Square A. And the texture of the square A, it is it's E. Come on, where's square A? Oh, it cannot really be square A because it's horizontal. Something is weird. Something is weird. Something is not right. Yes, it is square A, but what texture? It's the wrong name. It used texture horizontal E. Come on, you see how important that is to have a correct name. If you don't have a correct name, you're gonna have so many problems. And it's just a little mistake, but sometimes a little mistake can eat up so much time. So here is the material name is going to be horizontal E, and the texture itself is going to be also a different one. Horizontal E is this one. Traditional basement window. Very simple basement window. Okay, now if we open that material, which I duplicated, freaking cat, shut up. Can you hear it? Can you hear the cat? Cat is freaking out. Are you hungry? Back off then. Okay. Because I duplicated that material and it has a wrong texture within the material. And I gotta take newly imported texture in that material. Why there is no preview right here? I don't know. Something is really wrong. Like it should be there. It's so strange that there is no preview. Like preview with previews, it would be much more difficult to mix up and make errors. No, it's okay. Apply and come on. Now we can. Well, I don't want to apply master material. It's not a texture, it's a master material. I make instance material out of it, and instance material much easier to handle all the recompilations of the material. And in order not to mess it up, I keep them in different folder. Response time is just awful, absolutely awful. So frustrating. Okay, this horizontal frames added. What is next? Left. Oh, sure. The decor. And again, it's stuck. Come on, work. Yes, apparently it depends on because decor is a complex geometry and it's a big amount covered the whole geometry. It takes that long to apply it. And finally the windows. Unlit window, and these materials are in different folder. Unlit windows, this one, MI. Come on. Nothing is going on. Again, it's stuck. So weird. Why unlit windows have a so weird. That's weird. Well, okay. Where are unlit windows then. Oh, okay, here it is. Something's not right. Something is not right. And it's not virtual texture. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's gonna work. No, I'm not sure on anything, but this not supposed to be like unlit windows have to have different texture. Okay, let's try to fix it right now, because if I don't do it right now, it's I'm going to forget about it later. So try to figure it out why it's using. Most likely because I'm not using correct texture. Like because there is no preview, I cannot see which one is which. Oh, here. No. It's a preview of the 3D, not preview of the texture. Let's made it worse. Okay. Which one of you lit and which one of you unlit? Night? Ah, okay, they use same. No, not really same. Texture. This is night, this is day. Okay, this one use. Come on. Day texture. This one use night texture. Why they appear very similar? This could be issue of the preview of the static mesh. Let's check it out on actual what's they call it? Editor. What's going on? To check it, I have to switch to the daylight. Hopefully it will be visible. Yes, it is a preview of the static mesh issue. When I change it in editor, it does actually load the texture of with a night lights. Okay, at least I figured it out. Next thing, I have to keep it in a correct sector, because right now it's not situated on a correct sector. It's very important for optimization of the scene because of the level streaming. How to move it? Move sector 4. Okay. Now it's in the correct sector, but it has to be moved here. But it's like it's going to be last thing. Well, when all the buildings are going to be loaded, and I basically loaded just one and re-imported the previous. I was kind of a little bit confused by these pinkish reflections, like why, but when you turn around there is actually a futuristic building with a pink windows, because pink indicates missing textures. Okay, well, I don't know, you got the idea, right? I don't want this video to be way too long, and how to say it correctly, like with all the other building which are left, is going to be very same way of doing things, so you don't need to watch this, and it's gonna take much longer. Maybe just to show you how to apply different material or something. Let's try to drag and drop. Let's see what happens. And nothing good apparently. Why I did that? Oh, it worked. It painted it white. Cool. You can do that just right here, but it's so dangerous. It is so dangerous, and it is actually, look, it's not just a white. You can, like, because it's the instance. It is the instance. Oh, come on, why is it taking so long? Why it is taking so long? Because it is material instance. You can color it any color. Let's make it like this. It looks like it's missing texture. No, I think it's better to color it matching dark bricks. And so what if I painted some darker color, beige matching to neighboring building. Okay, this is probably enough for demonstration, and probably I am again well over 2 hours. Well, not 2 hours. It's running more smoothly though, relatively better than it was before. I was gonna do something else. Okay, yeah, I was gonna show you the tutorial I was learning today. Look at the complexity of the node, geometry nodes, and it is just cabinet basically, but cabinet with a wide variety of customization. You can change the height of the cabinet and how thick it is, the depth, the thickness of the side of the border, and the width of the cabinet you can change. And the even more cooler thing, like if you duplicate it, the changes appear only on changed on a separate object. The changes are different. So cool. So cool. I wanted to try to use this freaking cat. Crap maker. I call him crap maker. This wide range of customization, I wanted to use it for buildings, or maybe just the facades, maybe just only for facades, because but it is kind of complex. It's still very difficult to handle. Yeah, it's super cool, but I don't know how to apply textures for that, and because texture could be an issue. I gotta learn how to automatize the UV scaling. I don't know how to do it. You really have to be coder. You really have to be programmer to do all these things. All these things. Well, this is it for today. It took a while. I think it's over. No, not over. Just right about almost 2 hours. Well, this is it for today. Till next time. Bye bye.